Yo, what's up guys? It's Frecky here, man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be doing a couple of videos about tattooing, tattoo related throughout the year. I'm gonna try and do them as often as I can, and I'm gonna try and fill in some of the gaps on the advice some people are getting. I'm not necessarily saying that all the advice is bad or it's good. Again, I'm just gonna share some viewpoints from my point of view, maybe shine a little bit of perspective on a few things for you or anyone who's interested in becoming a tattoo artist or a tattooist. So I figured the first topic would be to talk about apprenticeships, how they kind of sort of work. There's a lot of information out there about apprenticeships, and they all say, you know, art, draw, paint, all very good pieces of advice. However, there's a little bit of an undertone that's kind of sort of missing, and a little bit of undertone of knowledge that's not quite being provided. So I figure I'd do my best to kind of fill in and help you guys out. So the way apprenticeships work are, obviously everybody knows, you go to a shop, you know, you hook up with an individual, that kind of sort of thing. You know, everyone kind of knows the basis, and if not, I can do another video on that. But basically what I want to talk about is why is it so difficult to get an apprentice or apprenticeship. And the main reason is, no matter what happens throughout your tattoo career, what you do, you are forever tied to that individual who teaches you, or your master. So that being said, there's a lot of responsibility, there's a lot of knowledge that gets passed, and there's a lot of discipline that comes with it, you know. So first and foremost, if you want to become a tattoo artist, tattooist, and those are very different things, you have to commit yourself to be disciplined and respect the craft and respect what they're teaching you, because it's taken them a long time to achieve those skills and to earn those skills. And the most expensive commodity out there is time. Now, whether you're going to be in the tattoo industry for 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, your roots are all going to be tied to the individual that teaches you, or that assists you, or that you get your apprenticeship from. So that's why it's so difficult. Like, you might be a phenomenal artist, but your attitude sucks. They're not going to mess with you. I know some people who, they're not the greatest artists, but they have a great attitude and they bust their ass, you know, and they've worked and they've earned it. So there's a lot of variables involved. So, but basically, when you start your apprenticeship, you're building your foundation for your career. And I think a lot of people have a misconception of what becoming a tattoo artist or a tattoo artist is. It's not a career, so to speak. It's not a degree, right? It's a very much journeyman apprentice approach to life. It's a skilled trade, right? And it's one of the few skilled trades that's kind of like the Wild West, in the sense of the freedom and what you can do, what you can attain, what you can achieve. So, you know, if you get the fortunate opportunity to get an apprenticeship, just respect the individual and the craft, you know, and learn about the history of tattooing, who paved the way. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that I know that are professional tattoo artists. They don't even know who Say That Jerry is. Most people watching this video probably think that he makes rum, but he's actually a tattoo artist, right? One of the greats, one of the original guys of the whole thing for the West. So I guess the long short of it is, you guys need to, there's not going to be an instant gratification. So it takes years to become an apprentice. And you're going to have to do stuff like mop the floors, empty the trash, clean up puke if someone throws up in the bathroom. You might be drawing a picture. They might come by, grab the piece of paper, scrunch it up, throw it away, tell you to do it again. You have to do all that stuff because it all serves a purpose. And I know it doesn't sound like it makes any sense or anything like that, but it's absolutely imperative that you know all that stuff and respect what you're being taught, and who you're being taught from. So I just wanted to shine a quick little bit of light on that, kind of let you know that, you know, in order to be any or to have any longevity in this journey, be prepared to work. You know, and I think most tattoo artists and tattooists or whatnot, they'll tell you that, you know, if you want to do it, don't. It's not easy. It's tough, you know. And again, I'll make other videos should you guys ask me to, or if you think this is cool enough. But I figured I'd just share that one little tidbit of advice that, you know, tattoo masters and apprentices are kind of linked forever, and it just goes back to the way it's done, and it's always going to be that way, you know. So although you can draw, you can paint, you got a great attitude and stuff like that, and someone might not want to take you on, that's why, because they're waging a bet of, are you worth their time to teach you? You know, and I've been approached a couple of times, and me, I'm one of those guys. I'll kind of sit back, I'll watch, I'll see what happens, I'll ask a couple of questions here or there, and if I don't like what I hear, I'm not going to waste my time. You know, and I don't know if, you know, other people are like that, or if there's a majority of people like that. That's just how I approach it. I'm kind of like an old school way of doing things. One other thing I wanted to touch on was paying for an apprenticeship. Some people charge, which is kind of weird for me, but from what I can gather is somebody decided that they were going to charge to do an apprenticeship at one point. Someone paid it. Next thing you know, people are charging $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 or more for an apprenticeship. My view on that is you really shouldn't pay for an apprenticeship unless you're learning from someone that is, how can I say, like, that is worth paying for, you know, in the sense of, like, you know, if you got lucky, you were able to apprentice with like Bob Tyrell or Jack Rudy, Guy Atchison, Yogi Barrett, Sarah Miller, Kat Von D, whoever it may be. Those people have reached that status, and they get paid for it. But should you pay 10 grand for Jimmy up the road to teach you how to tattoo, and he doesn't have that great of a rap? Something you might want to think about. Now, granted, having said that, if you don't pay, like I did, you know, you will pay in other ways, you know, doing all the ugly stuff, you know, trash, making needles. I don't even know if people teach how to make needles now. You know, most people buy their stuff, you know, or making ink for that matter. So just figure I'd throw those out there, give you a little bit of a, you know, tidbit of information. Like I said, I'm going to make some more videos, but this one was one that I just figured I would test the waters with. It's my first video, so, you know, take it as you will. You know, hopefully it provided some knowledge with you. If not, I'll see you again soon, man. Later, from the Texas Viking. Peace.